From having a manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, a 13-time Premier League winner, a 2-time Champions League winner and a treble winner, to having 0 Premier League titles in almost 10 years since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement with 6 different managers in that period, this is how Manchester United failed miserably to replace Sir Alex Ferguson. November 6, 1986, Sir Alex Ferguson was appointed as the Manchester United manager from Aberdeen the same day that Ron Atkinson was sacked. Joining a club that was struggling to find its footing and could only be described as a sleeping giant in the 80s, Ferguson was ready to change the history of the club and succeed where others had failed. Ferguson ended Manchester United's 26-year wait for a Premier League title in 1993, and United's dominance under Fergie continued in the 1990s, winning the treble in 1999, the Premier League, FA Cup and the Champions League through Ole Gunnar's last-minute winner against Bayern Munich. During his 26-year tenure at United, Manchester United were known for having world-class players the likes of Ferdinand, Keane, Ronaldo, Scholes, Rooney, Robson, and Irwin. Ferguson won 38 trophies including 13 Premier League titles, 5 FA Cups, and the UEFA Champions League twice. He retired from management at the end of the 2012-13 season, having won the Premier League in his final season. But why haven't United been the same since Sir Alex Ferguson left? Sir Alex Ferguson saw David Moyes as the man who could continue with his work at Manchester United, and he chose him as his successor. Little did he know just how unprepared Moyes was for the job. Moyes found it very difficult to handle the pressure that came with being the United manager, and he could not handle the media scrutiny. It was just too much for him. The fans were never on Moyes' side even before the season had started because of his choices in the transfer market, and he lacked enough pull to attract top talents like Sir Alex Ferguson did. On April 22, 2014, with 4 games remaining, Moyes was sacked, less than a year into his 6-year contract. Moyes had coached Manchester United to 27 wins and 15 losses in 51 games. Ryan Giggs stepped in as a caretaker manager and Man United finished in 7th. United's lowest finish since 1990, and this meant that they missed out on European competition. Louis van Gaal was appointed on a permanent basis to replace David Moyes. United fans couldn't have believed that this was going to be the cycle of managers at United for the coming years. Van Gaal had his fair share of struggles as a United manager. He had poor man management skills, and he wasn't able to control the locker room that was filled with superstar egos. In an interview with The Athletic in 2020, a legendary Real Madrid midfielder revealed that Louis van Gaal scuppered his move to United in 2014. The personal terms had already been agreed with Toni Kroos, and Bayern Munich were ready to sell. Van Gaal wanted to do things in his own ways, hence the transfer failed since it had been agreed before he took charge. The brand of football under Van Gaal frustrated most of Manchester United fans, and an early exit from the Champions League in 2015-16 season worsened everything. Van Gaal lost the dressing room and the players were no longer on his side. Despite of all of this, he still managed to win the FA Cup with Man United that season, but he was sacked just 2 days later. Even though Van Gaal may have had a well-rounded philosophy, he lacked the personnel required to implement those plans. Jose Mourinho, the special one, and probably the most successful manager in the post-Ferguson era, was appointed to replace Van Gaal. Mourinho was a serial winner, having already won multiple Premier League titles with Chelsea and the Champions League with FC Porto and Inter Milan, and there was hope that he could bring that winning mentality to United. Mourinho went ahead to win the Europa League and the League Cup in his first season at Manchester United. He also had the pull to bring in world-class players, signing Paul Pogba, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Henrik Mkhitaryan. Manchester United started the 2017-18 season on a high, and the fans had hoped that maybe it was about time United challenged for the title since Sir Alex Ferguson left. But following a surprise exit in the Champions League in the round of 16 against Sevilla, things started to fall apart for Mourinho. He was a frustrated figure in most of his press conferences with the media, and it was clear that his relationship with the players wasn't that good. Man United finished the season in 2nd place behind their arch-rivals Manchester City. In the following transfer market, Mourinho was not backed, and this led to more frustrations. He kept calling out his players in press conferences for their bad performances. Particularly his relationship with Paul Pogba wasn't good at all, Pogba was stripped off vice-captaincy and told that he will never captain the club again. The performances on the field weren't any good either. United endured their worst start to a new season in 26 years, losing 2 of their first 3 games. Mourinho suffered his biggest home defeat in his career against Tottenham, a 3-0 loss on August 27. The following day Mourinho demanded respect from the media before he walked out of a pre-match press conference. He was sacked halfway through the season after a 3-1 loss to Liverpool, leaving the club 19 points of the top of the Premier League. Mourinho left United in a bad state with too many deadwood players, and United lacked a style of play that the fans wanted. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was appointed as the caretaker manager after Mourinho's sacking on 19 December, 2018. Ole Gunnar was a centerpiece to Man United winning the treble in 1999 when he scored the winning goal in the last minutes against Bayern Munich. He had the trust of the fans, and he quickly got Man United playing some exciting attacking football that the fans had been crying out for. Solskjaer became the first Man United manager to win his first 5 games in charge since Sir Matt Bushy in 1946 and was named Manager of the Month. After winning 14 games out of a possible 19 games, Solskjaer signed a 3-year deal as the permanent manager. United went on to finish 6th in Solskjaer's first season. Ole Gunnar showed an incredible level of commitment and passion towards the club and the fans. In his second season, United finished 3rd, just the second time they has secured a top 3 finish since Ferguson's departure. Manchester United also reached the semi-finals of the FA Cup and the Europa League, but they lost to Sevilla 2-1. United under Ole Gunnar started capitulating during his 3rd season after signing a contract extension. United had some shocking results, losing 5-0 to Liverpool at home, and the pressure intensified when United lost 2-0 in the Manchester Derby in a one-sided match. Solskjaer's time at United came to an end when Manchester United lost 4-1 to Watford. Manchester United had seen Chelsea sack their legend Frank Lampard and appointed Thomas Tuchel, who went ahead to win the Champions League the same season. United were hoping for the same fortunes when they appointed Ralf Rangnick, also known as the father of gegenpressing and an inspiration to many German managers like Jurgen Klopp and Julian Nagelsmann. However, Rangnick looked out of his depth throughout the season. These could be attributed to the fact that he had not managed a team in a very long time. Rangnick left Manchester United as one of their worst managers, having only won 11 games and lost 10 of his 29 games in charge as the United manager. Manchester United went back to the manager market, where they considered many managers including Mauricio Pochettino and Julian Lopetegui, but Erik Ten Hag was very much the forefront to get the job. Ten Hag was a commanding figure in the dressing room, and he quickly changed the culture at the club and gave the fans a sense of stability at the club. He won the Carabao Cup, United's first trophy in 6 years, and he also managed to get the Champions League qualifications. Ten Hag instilled discipline into the squad by making an example of Marcus Rashford when he benched him against Wolves for being late to that morning's team meeting. He also gave Jadon Sancho an opportunity to improve his game by sending him to Netherlands to get his fitness right. Ten Hag's time at Manchester United has seen him give opportunities to academy players the likes of Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo. This move has been appreciated by the fans. He also got out the best in Rashford's form when he scored 30 goals in all competitions last season. It has not been all smooth for Erik Ten Hag at Manchester United. He fell out with Cristiano Ronaldo after dropping him to the bench in the first half of the 2022-23 campaign. Ronaldo left Man United under a dark cloud of controversy after an explosive interview with Piers Morgan, where he claimed he doesn't respect Ten Hag and he felt betrayed by Manchester United. 2023-24 campaign. United started the season with some bad results. Sancho was exiled from the squad after failing to meet the manager's standards in training. Sancho hit back at the manager for this on social media, and it has been reported that he will not get back to the squad until he apologizes to the team. Because of this, Sancho moved back to Borussia Dortmund on loan as he refused to issue an apology. Manchester United's business in the transfer window hasn't been any good either. They have continued to overpay for players in every transfer window. The signing of Antony for €100 million in particular has been the talking point as one of the worst transfers United have done recently. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's 25% takeover will see him take charge of the football side of Manchester United. He has started the process of appointing football directors, and this may be the starting point of United not overpaying for players. Some Manchester United fans have been calling out for Ten Hag's sacking because of the bad results he has had, but some have kept faith in him because of his achievements in his first season. If Ten Hag is to be successful at Manchester United, he will need time and patience from both the fans and the board. Do you think Ten Hag might be the man who could finally succeed at Manchester United after Sir Alex Ferguson? Let's have a discussion in the comments. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.